Yeah, so my name is Ouma. I'm a coactive certified life coach, and I've been working with boys and young men since 2010, and founded an organization that's called Life Song Kenya. So the idea was to inspire boys to take up reading, so that now they can get to discover the treasure that they have, in order for them to focus on what they have as opposed to what they don't have. And then now along the way now I got an opportunity now to study life coaching, and so right now I'm a certified coach. But wait, not for my work with boys, I'll have not become a life coach. Yeah.
Okay, please tell us about father figure services.
Yes, so the father figure services came about because I didn't grow up with a father. So my father died when I was 13 years old, and I really needed a man to like talk into my life, encourage me that the ideas that I have and the dream that I have is valid. But I didn't find this kind of a man. Instead, I was surrounded like by a lot of women, which was a good thing because they enabled me actually to start seeing that I had some treasure. So you find that now many of the boys and the young men that we meet in prison and even in schools and even in the workplace, you find that many of them lack what we call a father figure. So you find that now some of them grew up with fathers, yes, but then again now their fathers were not present in their lives. So this kind of a service, when I meet a client, I just get to learn, and I get to like just share with them the things that I'm good at, and then now from there they can just say, oh, by the way, I also need like a father figure. So as a father figure, it's just about now guidance. So as a father figure now, I step into the father figure now, like provide guidance, and even even go through their like social media accounts, see what is not right, and then I'll just call them and tell them, hey, like the social media pages have this and this and this. Kindly remove, because you see now as a father figure, you just now become an authority. So this gives me now more room to guide and like just now speak more life into the life of young men that I meet as a life coach.
So who are your clients and how do you reach them?
So my clients, I have a bias for working with boys and young men. However, I also work with girls, women, and I work with everyone. But then again now I have a bias towards working with boys and young men. Yeah, so my clients, I reach out to them on social media, like when they see what I'm posting and what I'm talking about, because I consistently just talk about life issues and how to overcome. The other way that I get my clients is through word of mouth, like a client that I've had before, and then now they can recommend me to their friends or even to their classmates. The other one is also mothers now who need guidance for their sons, and even father figures for their sons. And so that's how they get to reach out to me. So my clients are in schools, colleges, and also just out of school. Yes.
So the mothers are specifically single mothers?
A good number of them are single mothers. Who they need an authoritative father figure in the lives of their sons. So what happens is that now once they get to meet me, then now I get to understand their son, I get to understand also their goals for their sons. And then after that, then I also now reach out to the son, and then I'll try to find out like what are his goals, or what would he like to achieve in his life. And then I'll try to find out what are the gaps that are there, especially to do with father figure. What are the gaps that are there? And then now for me now, I just now help. So whatever I can't help with, then I'll identify now also now others who can now help. For instance, if they say they need counseling, then now I'm not a counselor, so I look into my network, then try to link them with a counselor. The same also applies also with a mentor. So if they need a mentor, like let's say career mentorship, then now once again I just tap into my network. So if they say they would like to be a journalist, because I've been a journalist before, so then now I just reach out to my friends that I have this young person who would like to be a journalist, and I would like you to provide them with career guidance. Also, if it's maybe want to become a doctor, once again also just try and to find a link to them so that they get the help that they need, that now will complement now my services with them. Yeah.
So we see that you also get involved in physical activities like camping. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, so a lot of boys and young men really like action. Like, by action I mean conquering things, be it like a goal, a physical goal. So the camping now helps us, whereby now we go outdoors and then I'll have fun activities, which includes team building, it includes hiking, it also includes the camping itself, like how to set up a tent, and also how to, like, let's say cook food, start a fire in the outdoors. And so through this we use every activity to, like, now train and coach them. So every activity that we are doing, it's not just for fun, there's an end goal towards it. So be it team building, how to solve problems, how to, like, let's say critically look at the issues that you have, and then now start finding solutions, yeah, that are tailor-made according to your needs, and also according to what you like and enjoy doing. Yeah.
So how long does the coaching take place and how much do you charge?
So a typical coaching, okay, so coaching usually is divided into sessions. So a session can be 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour, and so. And then now an ideal situation is whereby now you can work, the minimum that myself I do is that now the minimum is 3 months. So 3 months, then now I have sessions like, let's say once in a week or twice in a month. So depending on what level we are at with that kind of a client. And so you find that now within 3 months we are able to, like, let's say now help this young person to start now setting the goals that they need. However, the life coaching relationship can go as long as 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year, or even more, depending on what the client want to achieve. Because now you have, like, different topics that you need help in. Like, for instance, if we say you need, like, let's say to set goals, career goals. Let's say you have the knowledge, but then again now you are finding it hard to find a job and apply for the job. So now through the life coaching you'll be able now to gain the skills and the courage and the confidence that you need in order for you now to apply for this job. Yeah.
So how much do you charge?
So it for me I got into this line of work due to my work in prison with the boys who are in prison, and so for me I was coming into it in order to add value to the work that we are doing in prison. However, right now, so now it depends on the client that I'm meeting, because now if I find that a client needs my services and then they're not able to afford, then now I'm able to sit down with them and then I will see what can they do in return. Like, for instance, can you do social media, like on behalf of my organization. However, now in terms of now monetary, it starts from 1,000 per hour to 25 to like even 5,000. So it depends like what client you are meeting. Yeah. It usually depends on what client.
Is this the only project you do all this
So the life coaching now I've started this now as a business, because now, as I mentioned before, I started off with working with boys who are in prison. So you see now with the boys who are in prison, actually you can't charge them. Like, I've sat down with you, I've helped you in this, so please pay me. They can't even pay you. So in prison what happens now is that I offer free services for the boys who are in prison. And so the life coaching now is geared towards them taking full responsibility for what they've done, for the choices that they've made in life, in terms of friendships, and even how they spend their time, and also healing and reconciling them with the people that they've wronged and the police officers who have arrested them, plus also their families. Then then the other category of clients are the ones who are able to pay. Then for them now, of course, now I have to charge them, and so that's now where now the business model now comes in. Yeah, so I'm able now to get paid. And so what I came up with now, instead of just focusing on life coaching, whereby now I just meet a client, I came up with ideas like how about using cycling. How about using running? How about using walking? How about using hiking? How about using camping and team building? So that now I now tailor make my life coaching services around these activities, which now a parent can see that I'm adding real value in the life of their children. And so it's much easier now for me, to monetize my life coaching, as opposed to me focusing on the boys and young men that I meet in prison.
So that's what pays your kids at the moment?
Not really. not really. Because now my work with the boys in conflict with the law is so involving. I mean, it's very involving, because aside from having the prison program, we also have a halfway house, where now boys now who are not able to find a place to go to, they can come and stay with us, like for at least 3 months. So you find that is like my full-time job that I'm not paid for anyway. Yeah, but it takes a lot of my time. However now, so to complement and supplement also my income as a life coach, what I do, I create content and also develop websites. So you find that now these are because for me now as a life coach right now, I'm not focusing just on earning an income from it. I'm also focusing on developing also like my business, as well as also now, like let's say, growing my skills, because you continue growing your skills like each and every day, and and also learning how do I work with more clients other than just boys and young men. How do I now add now to the young women that usually reach out to me, like what about girls and young and young women, what about them? So I have to now till I make now my services towards that. But what I can also say that now life coaching, especially in Kenya, it is something that is now starting up. It's starting up, and I'm very I know of coaches who are really earning very good money from it. But for me it's not like my only focus, because now I'm focused like on doing like a lot of things. But what I know is that the clients that I have are able to, like, let's say, help me afford the things that I need to take care of, which one of them is going to prison and running our programs with the boys that I work with.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you partner with friends to make the project work?
Yes. Yeah, you have to partner. So, because I think a life coach can only add value when they have like a network of people. Because now I cannot, like, say, if I find a client who needs therapy, I can't start providing therapy for them. I can just now tap into my network and then now refer them to a friend or a network who is very good in therapy, so that now by the time now they're coming back to me, they're now fully focused on pursuing the goals that they have, as opposed to like they're chasing like a lot of things, and yet now also they need life coaching, because now they need to be fully involved and immersed in the life coaching, so that now it can be valuable. So this means that now I have now to have now networks that I can tap into.
Why the emphasis on boys? Because we see most of your advertisements are much focused on boys rather than girls.
Yeah, so that's a good question. I've worked with both genders before. Yeah, when I was starting out, I used to work with both girls and boys. But then again, now I found out that I was going to be more valuable because to boys, because I discovered that there are a lot of programs that target girls, even in schools and even in prison. So I decided to just focus on boys. As a life coach, I still work with both boys and girls as a life coach. Yeah.
Maybe our last question. You also train boys to handle girls. What does this really entail, and why do you consider that aspect?
Training boys to treat women and girls with honor, dignity and respect is very important, simply because a lot of crimes, a lot of offense and a lot of conflicts are against women and girls. Like, I mean, if you watch news, when you see like things that are happening, gender-based violence, usually it's mostly against women and girls. And so for me as a life coach and also as an individual, it's very important for me to train boys and young men to know to treat women and girls with dignity, honor and respect, because I've come to discover that you won't treasure that which you hate, that which you don't like, but once you treasure something, then now you will want to keep it safe. So that also now applies now also when you treat now a girl or a woman with respect, dignity and honor, it will be very easy for you to value her. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So maybe your parting shot, your last comment, and where people can reach you.
So my parting shot is that now in life coaching, we consider the client as whole, resourceful, and not broken. And so our role as life coaches is just to help reaffirm and also now just grow like the courage that they need in order for them to pursue their life goals. And it's a service that I will advise anyone who is watching or even listening to invest in. Personally, I have a life coach that has helped me to be where I am right now. Yeah. And also, what I would also like to say is that we should take care of both boys and girls. Yeah, I mean, we are in I think we are in a generation whereby now, if you find maybe a boy or a girl being molested here, as long as they're not your child, you'll just walk by. But I think we need to like take interest. We need to take interest in each and every person, so that now we're able now to complement one another and protect each other. We should be our brothers and our sisters' keeper, and that way the world will become better. Yeah.